I'm Dustin with Empty Box, and today we're going to sketch from just a photo set. So we didn't get actually a sketched out or like a docu-sketch or a Matterport from the contractor. So we're just going to take photos like this, and we're going to sketch out the entire property that way. We did get some feedback from them as far as sizes. So I think I'm just going to start there and then kind of put everything together. So the first part of it was they said that the entryway, so we'll call this one the entryway. And then that was at, they said 8 by 23. So we'll do the inside measurement, 8 foot. Then this one at 23. Okay, so we got that part. And then we'll do the kitchen next. And this was 16 by 20. Okay, we'll name that kitchen. Then we have a dining room at 14 by 16. So this entryway kind of kicks out. There looks like there's a bedroom that kind of flows off into it, but we do have a doorway at the end of it. So what I'm going to do is just put a room right here, and we'll name this, looks like there's 1, 2, 3 plus a master. So we'll just call this one bedroom 1. Okay, so they're saying bedroom 1 is 15 by 17. Bedroom 2 is 12 by 15, and bedroom 3 is 14 by 17. So I don't know if any of those actually match up with what the entryway is saying. I know this was kicked in a bit. So 15 by 17. Over like that. And then we'll make this 15 this way. So we'll call it that way. And then there was a doorway right here. So like on this part right here, the doorway. So we'll go like that, and it opens inward like that. Okay, so that's rough enough there. And then looks like it's actually a double door. That looks like it's looking into that room. So you could do like this. Looks like there's a window here. And then copy paste that, put one there. Now there is a little kick out right here, but I'm not going to worry about that since we're just sketching roughly. But there is a French door kind of like a little bit above it, and we'll just make that 6 like that. And then technically this is a double door too. So we're going to go back here. Like that, and these are opening inward like that. Okay. So we got our first 2 rooms. Looks like there's a closet right here. So I'm going to move this over a little bit. And then we'll just take a wall, go like this. Like that. And I think he said 5 by 7, so that's definitely not 5. But if he's saying 7, we'll bring that in a little bit. It's probably like that. Okay. I'm actually gonna put that back because I think it looks better. Okay. So that's the first part. And then my guess is this is off the other side. What's over here? Okay, so that's where the big door is. Right here, we're gonna make it 4 foot, and it swings away from the bedroom like that. Okay, yeah, that looks good. So we got entry in the first part. So I think that makes sense for that. We'll just move this over. Then it looks like it opens out even further into a hallway. Looks like there's a living room out there. Just gotta see where the hallway comes into that. Okay, so this is actually the hallway coming up. So we'll just extend this actually a little bit and see where that table is and where it ends. So I think this part is of the bathroom in the other room. We'll have to come back to that bathroom. I think it's literally right over here against this wall. Yeah, it's gotta be. Let's just add it for now. This will drop a bathroom right there. And looks like it is, we'll just call these 12 inches. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll just call it 7.5 deep. And then without knowing what's around that corner there, it's a shower that kicks out into that. So we'll go like that. So probably it's like that. And that makes sense because the hallway gets thinner. So we'll actually bring that in even a little more. And now we have a 4 foot wide hallway like that. And that's going to take us up through, it kicks out again. So we'll jog this out with a break right about there. And we'll go to 5.5. And it looks like it goes a little further. We can kind of count this out. So let's say from our jog, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We'll just say 13 feet from this jog right here. Like that. And that'll get us into the edge of this kitchen and living room. So he said the kitchen was this big, and that looks like it sits a little bit into this. It'll go like 2 feet into that right here. So let's see. We'll go like that. Okay, so that's the kitchen. And then living room kind of flows off of it. And it looks like it goes a little wider than the hallway, but let me find a better view of that. Okay. And you can see at the end of the hallway here, there's another bedroom that starts. So we're going to call that bedroom 2. And that would be right here. And bedroom 2 is 12 by 15. So we'll bring that into there, and that's 12. Okay, so that does make some sense. And then we just need to decide where we want the living room to start. Um, Technically, the kitchen cuts off, the hallway technically goes that way, but we could call that part of the living room or hallway. So I think I'm just going to run the hallway up a little further, and then we'll start. The I like that. And then link this back to there. Bring this out here. Like that. Then, and that's technically the outside right here. Okay, so we'll go like this. Living room. And the kitchen was supposed to be 16 by 20. So we'll go 16 and by 20. We're just grabbing some of the hallway, so we're technically taking it. But this has a door right before the kitchen starts. So it's like right here. It swings inward like that. Like this. Pretty like that. Okay. So we'll call this bedroom 2. And then just for the sake of seeing things, I'm going to drop a block right here. And it's like right as the kitchen is ending. So 2, let's just say it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So after 5 feet from this 2, it starts right here. And that is about 4, probably pretty close. Call this island. That's just to give a reference point. And then we have cabinets running all along and around the edge. So we're going to go that, put that there. And usually they're 2 feet wide. We're going to put a break right here because it turns the corner. Put that at 2 and then drag that out maybe like 5. Well, from the break, it looks like 2, 4, 6. But it's like just the island there. Okay. So that looks good. And then we'll say cabinets. There's a fridge right here, but I'm not going to do it. And then we have a doorway right. We'll just put it right here. It actually just looks like a missing wall. So I'm going to go like that. Okay. So we have a missing wall. This looks like it goes into a pantry or something. And it's pretty straight, but it's technically bigger than that because they have full length cabinets. So we'll assume that's 2 feet. So if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 7 by whatever we want to choose as this length. bed like that. And I think they had Butler's Pantry. They said 5 by 10, but that's not really true. Okay, so we'll take the 10 though as the right measurement this way, but we'll add 2 for the cabinetry in the back. So we'll say this is 10 from there to there. So I could take these and do blocks. I don't know that I'm too concerned about it. I'm just going to leave that there as it is, and we'll move on. Looks like the dining room extends over here, which kicks out just as far as that pantry does. So we'll go, and I think we already sketched that. It said 12 by 12. So we're going to drop this right here. Pretty good. Okay, and then that's a missing wall. So we're going to drop that. This is a missing wall. This is a missing wall. And now we have kind of the flow in. So we come in the entryway, you can kick off into this. You have a doorway here, like that. I think it's swung inward, like that. Okay. And then that kicked out over there. I mean, that's not perfect, but that's pretty close. So then you go in here, you can go outside, you can go into the bathroom, you can go into this bedroom. We don't know what's going on in there yet. We'll figure that out. But you can walk up here to the kitchen, living room, and dining room. And there's windows all along. We could do those if we wanted, but we're going to actually look back here. And it looks like they have these panoramic view style. So I don't know where that closet is. There's a laundry room there. We're going to have to figure out where that's coming from. So sometimes when you have these PM technician photos, they're not really in order. The nice thing about finding like a real estate listing is they will be kind of in order. Someone's like taking you through the house to see it. So it can be a little easier to do it this way. I think for the sake of just seeing where this all relates, we're going to drop a sliding like so. Pretty much all of the living rooms like that. And I'll copy that and put it right here as well. Slide that over. So it's kind of like a whole living room. I think this is doing it as an overhead door, but it just gives perspective. And then there's a fireplace right there. So we could just drop a little area spot to give perspective and say fireplace like that. So now you can kind of see that looks like the layout. It's not gonna be perfect if we don't have the sketch, but that's pretty close. So we got the pantry, we got the dining room. It looks like it flows back to a kind of a small hallway kick out. And I'm guessing the next part is that. So we'll say that there's like a small little entry hallway right here. Let's off of that. Missing wall. That. It doesn't look very big. It's just like, looks like you can just get back there. But the laundry room might be at the end of that hall. It's hard to say. So there's a bedroom. Looks like we came in through. This looks like the master. Here it goes. I want to say that's a different bedroom. Oh, this is definitely that front one. Okay, so if we go back here, this door is actually just a missing wall. It's nearly right in the center. So it's like that. Okay. So that's that one. there's just a door into that closet. Oops. Like that, and it swings like vent. Okay, that looks better. That looks like the laundry room. So that actually goes. Where is? Because it looks like when you come in the entryway, there's that bedroom and this bedroom. There must be one right behind this doorway. Which I think if I go, it's got to be like right there. So if I go through these again, so it's before you get to the living room. Yeah, it's like right around that turn. So it's like right here. Okay. So then going back to this. So it kicks in. It almost looks like this. It looks like that's what it does. It like kicks in and then has a doorway missing wall right here. Looks like it does that. Okay. And that's 7. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So just not very big. It's like a 5-foot little thing with a small little half bath. I'm gonna say this actually comes back out like that, and we'll call this laundry room. But wall. I think he has a half bath at 5 by 6. So we'll say that's a half bath. Door swings in. This. Okay. So that looks good. And then there's like a little closet right on the other side of that. Kicks in like this. That's a laundry closet. He said 3 by 4, so it's not quite that big. I'll just say like that. And that has a door that swings into the room. So we'll swing that door into the room. And then it looks like there's cabinetry along the back there. And we'll do block. Cut that there. Bring this over to here. And then we're going to break that again and turn it this way. And it pretty much goes the whole way there. Okay. So that's across the hall from some other room. I don't know where that is. Okay, so the entry to this is right here. So it looks like the garage is right off the entry. So we'll at least do that part next. So we can drop a room right here, slide that over. The entry door is up, so this actually comes past the entry door a little bit. And then the next one actually comes even further than that. So we're gonna go out to the side here. And we're gonna break this, bring that down a little bit, like that. And then we'll do, it's called an overhead. So overhead door. Just drop one here, hit C, B, drop one here. And those will go a little wider. Two, two, this, that. Okay. So that's the garage. And we can leave that like that. So it looks like it goes into, I will have to figure out where that door is, but so I'm guessing these two rooms back here, looks like all are missing. Kind of even has a garage door off the side. So I think there's one like right here. The garage he said was, he doesn't have a garage door on there or a garage, but let's see if 34 seems too big. Probably is. So let's bring the 16. Let's look at that. Yeah, that's probably too big. Let's bring this in. That. So we'll slide this in. Bring that into head. Oops, and this in. That looks a little better. So I think these two rooms are the ones we're missing right now. I think we got actually a little white. I think it comes out to where that pantry is because I think this is all the kitchen. This is the pantry, or maybe this is the pantry. Then there's that little hallway back off the dining room because I'm pretty sure if we look at this, that goes outside. Yeah. So I think when you go back behind this pantry, there's a room and a room. Let's just drop them. So we'll put this room here, this room here. Yeah, I almost think they're like that. I think this little corner, I think when you look into that corner, you're seeing something like this. So it's like you're seeing that door, but there's a hallway and then a room like that. And then I think this door goes, it's swinging towards the house. Okay, I think that looks right there. So that's swinging towards the house, and then there's like one. Oh. There's definitely a room right here that's swinging towards that door. So it swings out towards that door. Okay. So we'll figure out what those are, but that's a hall closet. This could in. So that's a linen closet like that. That door swings there. It's actually a couple. Okay, so bedroom 14, 17, or 12, 15. Let's say 14, 17. We'll call this bed 3. So we got 1, 2, and 3. And there's a bathroom tucked back in here and a closet. So it looks like the closet's first. We'll just put that there. And then we'll drop a bathroom right here. And that's just a missing wall again. Kind of like right at the edge of this. Like that. And then this door swings towards the bathroom out into the room. Yeah. Okay, so that looks good. And this looks like a different room. So this one's at the end of that hall. And that's swinging in. Okay, so doorway swings this way. Okay, so it swings in. This door swinging in towards the dining room. And then you have a closet away from that. Okay, so this is simple. I think I'm going to call this one bedroom 2. Because I think this is the master over here. We'll double check that, but I think that's actually how that goes. Okay, so then this will be bedroom 2. And then it looks like the bathroom is right next to that. So we're going to draw. And he said bath 2 is 5 by 10, 4 by 9. I mean, that's pretty close. So the real question is, from that overview, does something kick out further that way? Which it does, because this is the dining room and it kicks out and has a doorway out to that patio. So that'll help me get this where I want it. Because bed 2 is 12 by 15. So that's pretty close. And we're just going to put a doorway going out. we'll have it open towards the house. Okay. Okay, so that matches because that kicks out. That kicks out with the little door right here. So we're gonna call that bedrooms. And then the only thing that's kind of looking weird is right here. Um, I guess if we go look at that garage picture, we should look at the garage and see if that had a kickback there too. Okay, so it's on the furthest part over, and it's right here. I bet this goes into the laundry room. We'll check and see if that's the laundry room. But my guess is there's a door like right here, and then that does kick back. So we're gonna go like that. 10, 20, 30. Okay, because that has a huge sign on here. So let's say it's 5 and 15, 25. Yeah, that looks more correct. Okay, and then we're going to drag this out a little bit, like that. And we're going to grab this, like that. Make a copy, paste, drop that right here, in the middle. Okay, so I think that looks good. Now we just need to figure out this master bedroom side of stuff. So to me, what I would do is actually take this and rotate it and try to get it to make it look like this. Because I know some of this stuff is outside, like this roof right here, especially, is over the outdoor patio. So I'm gonna take this section right here and I'm gonna make this match to this spot right here. So I think I can drag it not quite all the way. I'm gonna take it right to this door like that. And then it doesn't come out as quite as far as that. It comes out like right there. And if I look at the master bedroom measurements that he gave, 17 by 20, so 17 by 22. So it's pretty close. So I can actually slide that in, put it right there. Now we have the master bedroom. Now there's like a little box right here, which I'm going to guess is the bathroom. But let's come inside and look at how it all lays out. Okay, so there's like a slider out to the thing. So let's put that in just first, just so we can have reference point. So we're gonna do a slider, and it kind of goes off that. Yeah, we'll call that it. And this is what goes back to, So there's a retaining wall off the master bedroom. Let's go see. So there's the living room. I think it tucks back behind this. I don't think this bathroom comes out that far. So I think what happens is this goes like this. And I think this actually kicks out a little further towards that retaining wall. So I think this is more the bathroom part. So like that. And then we're going to create a wall right here. And this is bed or bath one. And then this is master bath. And then the master bath he has at 13 by 15. And that's not quite there. But let's go back and look at what it looks like. And it does look like it kicks off and jogs, right? So there's a tub right in here. And he said 13 by 15. So there's actually a walk past right here. So I think if I slide this over, so this part's hard to see, but I think it goes like this. I think if I slide this over, this way come in. I think the closet's like behind that. But, 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 like that maybe? And I think it goes like that. Oh, this part doesn't seem right. I don't know. I can't see it. I don't know. There's like, but, you're in there. There's this, which is like there. And then you can kind of see into here, which is this. Kicks out for the tub. I'm just going to put a area block. Call this freestanding tub. Like that. And then I cannot see where this closet is. Because if that's the bed was facing this way. But it looks like it runs long ways. I feel like it's like,
Okay, I think that looks right. And then I'm gonna drag. Let me see if he has a better one of the master. So this was it. I plus back there similar. Ball, ball, go. So I think it goes back there somewhere. I don't know. It's so hard to see. But as a whole, I think this is pretty close. Kind of kicks off because then there's that piece that goes around, covers up all this stuff. And then you have this part's gonna have to be figured out. And I'll probably send this to the PM and just ask them like, where does the master closet go? But it's gotta be somewhere either here, maybe here, or over here, something like that. Um, but if we turn this back this way, up, 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 and do it like that, that's kind of our overview shot. And we're really just looking at a rough idea, but up, up, up. As far as things go, we got garage, entryway, it kicks off, which we have right here, kicks off. We have definitely a laundry room here, kitchen, living room, dining room. You got a bedroom with a linen and something here. And then you got master, another bedroom, and that pretty much lays it out exactly as it is. So that's kind of the idea. You just do your best and try to piece it all together and figure out where things go. But in the end, you get something that's pretty close. I mean, it would be like in the field, you'd measure it differently for sure. But as far as like the notes I got from the PM, info we can have with photos and how things all connect, that's a pretty decent sketch that's probably not going to get a whole lot of pushback. They may push back with like a little bit of the square footage, but they're not going to do too much pushback, to be honest, because it's pretty close. I do think I'm going to ask the PM probably like, hey, the master bedroom is definitely not right. Get a little more clarity there. But other than that, I mean, this is probably pretty accurate. So I think this area makes me feel like the closet's not here because I think you would walk more in like this off to here. But maybe this just actually kicks up like, but, 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 uh, something like that, maybe. But, 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 with the door slid over, something like that. I don't know. It's hard to see it, so that probably is too thin right there as well. But I would say we'll get an idea from the PM and make the final changes. But other than that, Dustin with empty box, just trying to show kind of like you get what you get. But I will say it would have helped out if the PM had sent like some sort of rough sketch, just where rooms go in relation to doorways and stuff. But with what we had, that's what we got. And thanks for joining. Subscribe if you want more tips like that. And we'll see you on the next one.